Had to go back to the house and get the light, man. I would not be able to do this without having this phone light. Hey, what's going on, fam? What's going on? You guys smash that like button. Now let's go ahead and get right into it, you guys. No further ado, I'm already late. You see the title. Let's talk about how a lot of these leftover women, when they say they had these standards and I'm not going to deal with this or that, and you know, a guy has to be this, and this, and I've dealt with X, Y, and Z before. These are traumas, man. These women are traumatized and they have not healed. So what they do is they project onto you this unhealed trauma. Now you guys let me know if it's too windy out here. I cannot predict how Mother Nature's going to do her thing. I just wanted to make sure it had some different scenery. You see how the sun goes down and it makes that look right there. That is a look that I imitate whenever I'm in my videos. I try to make the background look like that kind of, you know what I'm saying? When the sun's going down, that kind of purplish, pink, yeah. So, listen guys, when women are out here chasing you down on, I was rushing, man. Had to, spend some time with my son. Had to rush back from hanging out, run back to the house and get my stuff, my light and stuff, and then come back out, All right. Listen. And we're going to also, I might change the title a little bit. We're going to also talk about how women are intimidated by a strong man. You know what? I might just make another video. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to drop another video, probably a longer video after this one. This one will probably be, 30 minutes or less. But let's go ahead and break it down. Men really don't want an intelligent, smart man. When you're an intelligent, smart man, you intimidate these women, okay? And a lot of these women have traumas healed. And when you're a smart man and you're listening to them talk about their boundaries, I'm not going to deal with this, I'm not going to deal with that, I'm not going to deal with this, or this, or this, or this, you're hearing unhealed trauma. And this woman, and you know also, you're not the Chad and Tyrone that she wants, because if you were, she wouldn't be going through this. She'd be glad to have you any kind of way that you'll deal with her. So these two things that you have to deal with right at the same time is, you're getting to know this woman brand new. And, I almost feel bad for them to know how quickly I'm going to discard them. But they really think that they're telling things that matter to you, and they think that by saying this, it's going to keep a bad guy from doing it. It's showing your weaknesses right up front, you know what I'm saying? A bad guy will be like, of course I wouldn't do that. Adjust thing and then lie to you. But when you're smart and intelligent, they'll start saying these things. You'll say things that make them think too much, and it bothers them. So what you're doing, you're triggering the demons in these women. So when they say something really low IQ and stupid to you, right, and you check in the way you would do any other human being that you're not interested in, or a male, they feel some type of way. A lot of sassy and zesty talk will come. You guys smash that like button, because what they're doing is they're trying to gaslight intelligence. This is where you have some black women, they'll talk about certain black men and the way that we talk. They try to shame you into speaking like a dum-dum, right? That never worked for me, because my mom always told me ever since I was a kid, he was like, y'all are going to be somebody, and you better not never walk around here talking dumb, speaking slang. You're meant to speak in a way that everybody across the world can understand. And my dad reinforced this. That's how you know these women come from broken homes, right? When there's a woman that's trying to get you to talk stupid and doesn't understand the level of man that she has in front of her, that can be international, that can be presented in front of different kinds of people, different classes of people. They just think that you're supposed to talk like the Tyrones and the Ray Rays and the Pookie that they're used to dealing with. And see, when you start speaking and articulating and calling them on their stuff, next thing you know it, you're being called sassy. Or if you're showing that you're not interested in her, not based off how she looks, but how she presents herself and how she speaks, it disturbs your peace and your soul, and you try to articulate that to a woman. Next thing you know, oh, you must not like women. No, I just don't like you. What's going on, Nathan? What's going on, fam? You guys smash that like button if you're coming in from the shorts feed. Hit the 3 buttons in the top right, and you get the like or dislike. Hit one of the two. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. See these comments. Smart, do you actually have auto life? Absolutely. I'm gonna look at that person is. I know it is very interesting. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a spirit that has awakened in men, and a lot of men were already kind of like this. They just kept quiet. I was always like this. You would only know if you were living with me, like my ex-wife. That's why, she ran the way she did. I never heard from any of these dudes she was messing with, because they know better. I'm very dangerous. And once you get on my bad side, it's a wrap for you. I don't give a shit who you are. You know what I'm saying? Once you decide to, try to play me, played yourself, and you're a forever enemy. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's no malice towards you, but I wouldn't trust you no further than I could throw you. And I don't want you speaking in my face. You got dick on the breath. So that's something that I make sure is very clear when it comes to me. And a lot of the way that you move and how smart you are will intimidate a lot of women, even women that think that they're smart, even women that are out here trying to be a voice for women and talk junk about men. Man, I scare women like this. I don't even have nothing to do with these women, but when a woman, especially a slave-minded, meaning they haven't broke that curse, you know what I'm saying, that generational curse, and they just see you and you're strong and strong-willed, and they feel like mess things up with massa, and they feel like they got to do something to break you. Even women like that are very cautious about, saying what they have to say to me directly. They'll do it indirectly in videos and use me as an archetype, because they know directly I will crush them with words. See, women, the reason why a woman's weapon is their mouth, it's all about projection. Just like with men, we project. The reason why our weapon is our hands is because that's our biggest vulnerability as well. We're not worried about a guy's words. We're more so, can he physically destroy me and throw me around or whatever, and I not defend myself, right? So women who claim that they're these verbal masters, if you ever watch a man break down things in front of these women, they damn near cry. I have a video of Charleston White talking to this OF chick, and she thought she had it squared away, token on her vape pen because she needs something to soothe, because it's hard for her to look herself in the mirror at night with all the pictures and different kind of debaucherous stuff she's done with her coochie online. And Charleston White was talking about, his daughter's going to graduate high school at 15 and get a car, and how his daughter knows that her dad has been there the entire time, and he was saying things. You could tell to just try to get under her skin. You know how he does? He just rattles stuff off, like rapid fire. And with women, it don't matter how tough they try to act. This is the reason why they try to talk over you. They will listen to words out of a man's mouth. Men don't listen to men that's talking crazy. I don't give a shit what you say, dude. You know what I'm saying? Talk like a woman and talk over me and rattle shit off. I'm gonna let you say all you gotta say, and then I'm gonna break down what you say. You know what I'm saying? Get you upset and have you cussing. But a woman, she was sitting there listening to what he said, and it was getting to her. You could tell she's vaping, and she's talking shit at first, and he starts vaping a little bit more. You could tell in the face and her eyes, he was still in her soul. He was like, I'm so glad my daughter ain't got to lay on her back. You know what I'm saying? To try to, what did he say? Something like, she ain't got to lay on her back to get a leg up in life or to get a step up in life. And then said, you still ain't got a step in life. And you could see her soul leaving her body, even while she's vaping on the pen and she's thinking she's looking good. That's why I'm telling you, women are like, oh, we can verbally destroy kings. And a peasant can verbally destroy a woman. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to sit here. I've done it too many times. I have men that don't want to be bothered with me because I'm too good with the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, they want that bedroom tongue, but I'm talking about that street tongue. You know what I mean? I'm too good with the tongue, and I'm quick with it. Most women that talk to me, that run into me online, keep saying you're quick with it, quick with it. I don't even use that word to describe myself until, you know, I'm quick on my feet. That's what I would say. But women are like, you're quick with it. They're saying you're quick with it. They're saying with it because you're not just quick, but you'll have witty to say on top of being quick. You know, and you're reading. A woman won't even listen to what you're saying. She's rattling off stuff to try to piss you off without thinking. You know what I'm saying? But you're quick with it. You're reading or whatever they're saying, and you're able to come back with something faster than they're able to remember whatever it is that they memorized to throw at men. And it really pisses them off. You know what I'm saying? It drives them insane. And when they're quick-witted and they can't, because a lot of women like to be catty and shady and say little things or whatever, and we're supposed to let it go. But now that we're not letting it go, they want to hear the stuff that we say, man. Because we're talking to them like we talk to a dude, right? Equal rights. You know what I'm saying? We're talking to them like we talk to a dude, and you know, dudes off. That's why dudes, you want to swing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now women are getting that same kind of work. Oh, you think you're quick with the mouth? Oh, no, 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 no. Let me show you how, you know what I'm saying, the Queen's English. You know what I mean? They're out here thinking that they good with words. Lady, you can't even think to the capacity I can to come up with something fast enough to keep up with me. Are you serious? Are you serious? You know what what's going on here, JDT? Let me think and act. Absolutely, I'm glad you made that point. You podcasters out there, when women are on these podcasts going into their feelings, I want y'all to go into your feelings. But see, there's no rule about what direction you can go in when it's considered feelings, right? They want to talk about how they feel about how men, you know, are talking, and, you know, the tone, and how they feel about how men are being sassy. Well, we need to start talking about how we feel. So when they start going into feelings, I want you to talk about how you feel. Do you feel like, you know, you're like hurting in that moment? You feel like you might have to take a dump? Hey, are the dresses they're wearing making you feel a little bit horny? You know what I'm saying? I think the clothes they're wearing are making me feel a little bit horny. I don't even know if I can listen to what they're saying with them dressing as provocative as they do, because I'm operating in logic, I'm operating on feeling, right? I also feel like I might be hungry. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got a Snicker bar? You know, I feel some type of way that I might be dehydrated. Stop letting them go into, because the first thing out of their mouth is I think and I feel. Those are the same thing. You know what I mean? If they're not saying according to, or saying a statement in a way that doesn't frame it around their feelings, start going into your feelings. And when they say, well, that ain't got nothing to do with your feelings, ain't got nothing to do with facts and logic either. But you're bringing it in and you're trying to apply it to the topic, and I'm doing the same thing. Feelings are feelings, right? Who's to say that your feelings aren't as justified as hers? If she wants to get in here and start taking the subject all the way downfield, and they do it all the time whenever you're talking too much about facts, immediately stop and go into some ridiculous conversation about your feelings. And then when they try to gaslight you, wait now. I thought we were going to be in a way where we're representing groups of people, and if we're going to do that, then we need to bring stats and facts and logic based in reality. Take it out of reality and start talking about your mind and your feelings and how things make you feel. Now we're in la la land, and you can distort things, and you can post. We're not doing that with y'all no more. You want to act like men. You want men to treat you like, you know what I'm saying, you're on the same level as us. So we're going to break down things like we do any relationship, any kind of guy that's trying to ear hustle, you know what I'm saying, trying to be a user salesman and speed talk. We catch them like, oh, you talking too much, nigga. You talking too much. And when it comes to these feelings, whenever men are trying to discuss real topics and make change, and women bring their feeling to it, because when I watch these women speaking about men, I feel some type of way. I really feel some type of way. Now, we want to go how I feel and how those feelings manifest in me critiquing how y'all raggedy, funky ass women be looking, how raggedy, funky ass women be sounding, how raggedy, funky ass women, you know what I'm saying, your speech, your case, you sound like gutter ghetto trash. but you still think that you can get on a podcast and talk about your leftover ass feelings. No, no. You need to start bringing stats and facts. When they go into feelings and emotion, you guys need to go into your feelings and emotion. There is no rationale. You can go in any direction when it comes to feelings and emotion. Don't let them, well, I feel like you guys talk a certain way, why we don't listen to you. And I feel, you know, like I might want pizza tonight. Or maybe some, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to feelings, and I also feel like that workout that I did earlier, I didn't stretch enough afterwards. Go ahead and do that right now. You know what I'm saying? Just start stretching in the middle of the podcast. Stop playing with them. See, that's why I can't be on these little podcast panels. I would be acting a fool. Acting a fool. Hey, what's going on, man? Freestyle with the two-piece. Let's get those likes up. Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, y'all. It's City Boy time. You know what I'm saying? City Boys? Come on, y'all, man. We're done playing around. Come on, man. Like, just like y'all look, you are destroying them when you break them with your words, because women, they try to make you scared of their words, but the only thing a woman can do is get louder than you, start babbling about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China, meaning what the subject is, trying to move the goalposts. So they really are afraid of men's words. So we flip it, man. Ain't nobody worried about what no woman gotta say, unless you're an emotional male raised by a single mother. You know what I'm saying? You're a mammy. You're not worried about what no woman, you ain't worried about what you gotta say. You're not screwing her. What do you care what she has to say? Even if you were screwing her, who cares what she has to say? You ain't gotta keep getting dick. You can go somewhere else. I ain't worried about you. They getting online talking about their feelings. We need to just exploit this, man, and stop and show them how ridiculous it is. It's like the drizzle boys, man. You need to go ahead and exploit these chicks, man, about their emotional feelings. Talk about your feelings. I'm sure y'all were going to the sure you needed to stretch. I'm sure you want to talk about what you did at the gym. You know what I'm saying? How it made you feel. What are we talking about we're done with that, man? We're done with that. Let me caught up on some of these comments here. LeBron's in the house. What's going on, man? What's going on? Intelligent, emotional balance. Mentally stable, spiritually secure men are a threat and a problem for women, like, as well as intimidating factor to those soft jelly backs. Whew. The soft jelly backs with the 3 rolls of fat looking like gills, and they can breathe underwater. That's up right there. I'm telling you, man. Facts. What's going on? What's going on, man? Raphael, absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? Master manipulators. They're not really master manipulators. Let's talk about this for a minute. A man needs to, build. So he will somewhat manipulate and work his way through business, and negotiating with other men and business owners and companies, right? So we're doing it, but on like a broad scale for bigger reasons. Women just manipulate men that aren't paying attention to the fact that most of them are just looking for someone's back to ride, to be a parasite to get to that next level. But right now we're doing that, we're vetting. Before we weren't vetting like this, we were just like letting them get, but now we know the level of malicious intent they have when it comes to dating. And so men are applying that same vicious type of competitiveness that they do with other men to get where they need to go towards dating now. And it's looking real ugly to women, but they don't know that's how it is out here when you're competing with men. There is no, like, look, bro, like, y'all out here doing too much, and you had a safeguard because you're women. Now you want an equal. Ain't no safeguard when it comes to these words and how vicious it comes to men and their business, making sure that their kids have generational wealth, and y'all are out here causing problems for no good reason. It's game on. And now you're getting the business. That's why men are cold like they are. When men are talking to men, it gets cold, man. It gets vicious, and sometimes it gets violent. Now y'all want to be up in this realm or whatever to a certain degree. Get these words, we can hurt your feelings. Men have to suck it up, buttercup, all the time and keep it trucking. Now y'all getting these words too. There's no coddling anymore. You're too nasty. You're farting in jokes and selling it. You know what I'm saying? You're just too nasty. You're too trifling. You talk too much, and you think because social media will put your ranting, cussing, babbling more than any other man, and everybody's like, yeah, you go, girl. You think a man is worried about that as well. I wish one of you raggedy ass leftover 304s with the rolls on your neck, thick necks and wide backs, try that shit with me. Because no one's worried about your physical anything. Let's get that first and foremost. I train every day, nigga. Ain't nobody worried about any woman physically. Size can't take a punch. I'm conditioned. I'm conditioned. Ain't no woman be able to. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. So let's not even go physically at any kind of level, okay? Verbally as well. The only thing you're going to be able is start cussing and getting loud. And when you get loud as a woman, your voice starts cracking, breaking up, and gets screechy. No one's worried about you. You need to settle down. Y'all thinking like those feminine ass males that you get fresh out of prison that were gay for the state. You think getting loud and all that stuff means something when you're talking to men. It means absolutely nothing but showing your weakness. And a lot of y'all do it. But you have the backing of your following and a bunch of the sisterhood. You would never be able to get away with none of that stuff, speaking to a real man directly. And you wouldn't be able to do it without trying to talk over him. But again, once you start talking over him and screaming, you've already lost. You're screaming, you're talking over him because you don't want him what he has to say. You've already lost. That's why most of these women on the panels, when a guy stops them from gaslighting, having the crows around them quacking too or squawking too, calms them down, and then start hitting them with facts again. They fall apart, get upset, run off, or throw a drink in their face. They do it all the time. They do it all the time. They talk about we're worried about their words and women can mentally break a king. When a king's not paying attention to his abilities, meaning anything can take him down. A woman, kids, possibly a dog. You know what I'm saying? You need to be self-aware and paying attention to everyone around you. When you are, ain't no woman gonna take you down. She can study you all she wants to. You're going to study her in silence. She'll never even know you're watching her moves. Because a woman nowadays, they'll run their mouth like the Pookies run their mouth to them. And since they get fooled by words, like I said, they're easily manipulated by words. They think they can fool you with their words. Talk tough like they're not crying themselves to sleep every night. Get online and tell men what to do while they have kids out of wedlock, multiple failed relationships, tattoos all over them, you know, bitter for whatever reason. So when they hear a man like me speak, they got to try to find some way to articulate some babble to make it seem like I'm wrong for judging these women that are loud and obnoxious, covered in tattoos, cussing their ass off, looking like a damn fool online, trying to give out game. Get mad all you want to, but I'm speaking the motherfucking truth. None of y'all are gonna get men of value looking and speaking like that. You can clean that shit up. You can just keep getting online, running your fucking mouth for your money, and it's gonna be nothing but women and lost males looking in your looking for your content and in your comment sections. Nobody else, no real. I don't hear no woman screaming, cussing. I ain't listening to it. All that screechiness, I'm not gonna listen to it. And again, like I said, these women, they don't want to really, a lot of women that get online cussing and yelling, they're regurgitating words some man say in the first place. A lot of women get upset with me and what I say and come content based on counter content based off the stuff that I'm saying. They can't sit there raggedy stankin' asses down and come up with something without getting upset in their emotions off of what some man said or some woman said, or it's all emotion based. That's why when they're sitting down going off in these rants, they talk over you because they want to get it all off. That emotional string that they got going on before they calm down. Because once a woman calms down, all that fire is gone. She ain't got no words for you. They got to operate off emotion. That's why when you're emotionless, that's why they get so upset. They want to get you emotional, so you're not thinking rational, so you get caught up in the babbling circle talk about how she feels as opposed to any stats, facts, or what groups of people are saying. Not what her cousin's uncle's girlfriend did. Or I know a lot of women, listen, I get it. You know what I mean? But there's no way to back up what you're saying. So if a guy gets on a podcast or do that, I No woman that didn't do that. Shut up, fool. We're not talking about your one-off scenarios that you're making up just so you can cause controversy. No, we're talking about the overall majority of people. They do this all the time. It's so stupid too. They do it every time these guys be talking. They'll be like, well, I know some women don't. Man, shut up, man. Man, I would have a disclaimer before they get started where I would say, no gaslighting, no talking over anyone without getting kicked off, no bringing up your emotions, no bringing up any of these one-offs that's, not the rule. You know what I'm saying? Just he's we can't verify. You can't bring up any social media. You call nobody to verify the situation. It's just you talking and saying opposite of whatever. We can't do that, man. In a world like that, where you got contrarians that are just running, they can't do nothing. They're just trying to get you upset. They're not trying to come to any kind of resolution or any. They're just trying to get you upset. You know what I mean? And I'm saying about these women, they can't handle words, man. They break down every single time. You know what I mean? When you start talking to them in a way where you don't allow babbling, I wouldn't allow any of that. Anything that's talking about your feelings, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. Let's get caught up. Oh, you bouncing back from these tornadoes. All right, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, LeBron, you know what I mean? Blessings, you know what I mean? And quick recovery out there in the tornado area that you're in. What's going on? Okay, yeah. I know, right? It's a small portion of the percentage. That's what I'm talking about. But they like you said, they talk like they represent large masses of women. No, you don't. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't. But again, it's like contrarian type of mentality. I'm just going to say opposite of what you're saying, and then I'm going to bring up something that can't be verified, and we're just going to be going down this rabbit hole off this. No. Do it, man. They'll take advantage every time. Raise their voices instead of raising their frequencies and spiritual growth. Absolutely, man. That's a bar right there. Kay's Confessions. It says that your message got retracted. Covers the Sigma level. Absolutely, brother. At Sigma Nation. I'm gonna start titling the videos again. Sigma males in high demand. Just to reiterate that this is a Sigma channel. So, if I trigger you, you're probably at Sigma high vibrational level. You're probably in your lower vibrational alpha self, or you might be a male mammy. You know what I'm saying? Look and see if your dick is still attached to you. What's going on, fam? What's going on? You're watching too many reality TV shows? Absolutely. The reality TV shows, everything. If you notice anything the Olympians do, the females, it's all over the news. Anything that's bad or good, it's this concerned effort to try to make women like they're on the same, just like with Marvel. It's this weird effort, and then the only movie to make any money was Deadpool and Wolverine, which is really mocking the woke movement, you know what I'm saying, by having this sissy type of dude that's not that, you know what I'm saying, running around, getting thrown around by masculine men. Like, it just plays on it, it pisses them off, and that movie that's really trying to piss them off is doing way better than any of the rest. It's trying to save raggedy ass franchise, man. They're trying to force this agenda on us, man, and it's not working. The women don't want it. The ladies definitely don't want it, and the men are not having it. So all this, they're equal, and then men fall into this feminine type of energy and deal with women taking a leadership role and getting ran through by multiple men and building their careers up first and all this stuff. They try to force on us. It didn't work. Now it's blowing up in their face, and they try to rebrand and also trying to force us to take what they're giving us, and we're not. So it's looking really bad right now. So they're just out here, man, flap win. Telling you. I have 2 minutes. Yeah, man, these trolls. You got another one? Oh, this William. Look, man, it's like a full-time job over here, man, when you're trying to swat off these flies. You know what I mean? These people, they love to project, man. It's when they're hearing the truth, it's like I gotta, look, you ain't gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta do nothing. You gotta smash that like button if you're in here. Whether you're enjoying it or not, you've been here for a while. If you're coming in from the shorts feed, go ahead and hit the top three buttons in the top right, and you'll see the drop down menu, and you can do what you gotta do from there. Man, you were on it, dude. I'm telling you, man. I ain't gonna let you freestyle. You ain't playing, man. But now you're at the point where you recognize the trolls. You know now. You know how my trolls troll. So now you ain't even gotta ask. You already know what's going on. You're like, oh yeah, he's, you know what I'm saying? They're in here trying to drop a little hint. They're trying to suggest that he's this. They're trying to get him off topic. You already know. In a couple days of just moderating, I'm telling you, you're a quick study. Sigmas, man, we pick up on stuff quick. With the One Piece, hey, what's going? Appreciate your fan with the One Piece, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That's something else that bothers a lot of males about you. You pick up on stuff quick. You know what I'm saying? That adaptability, when you're able to adapt no matter what, man, and move on from things, it pisses off people. Because a lot of people get stuck in places and can't get out and need guidance, and you don't need any guidance. When anybody tell you nothing to do, you figure it out and you make your way out and you thrive. That pisses people off, because part of adaptability is being able to pick up on trends, being able to stay ahead of the game. And so you're always ahead of the game and you're always in your way out of problems. And this pisses males off, man. They're big mad. You know what I'm saying? They can't keep up with you. You know, they call people like you an overachiever. It's just a Tuesday for you. You start noticing how regular or subpar people find different ways to try to make it seem when you're excellent, you know, that there's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? You start noticing the gaslighting and everything. And it's like, you know what? Like before, I used to be able to watch those astrology things where they be talking about your astrological sign. But when you allow somebody to say things positive about you based on your astrological sign and your birthday, you open the door for them to shade you as well. And a lot of people do that. They're shading you at the same time. So it's like you just start seeing how people are trying to disguise their hate. And that's why it's easy for you to pick up on things. I study people. People think they're studying me, and they're studying me to a certain degree, but it's surface level. I study the way they think. I study, why would you make a bunch of videos about Leos and every one of them is saying something shady about us? We think the world revolves around us. Well, that's one way of saying it. Or main character energy, meaning I'm born in this realm alone and I should be putting myself first. They'll take it and they'll reword it in a real messed up way to make you sound, you know, like you're some kind of egomaniac or something. And you just have to, read between lines. You start, oh, you a shady little bitch ass motherfucker, huh? Oh, I get it, you know. And that's why I say a lot of these guys that do the astrology thing are half a sissy, because, you know, they already sound that way. But then the way that they're moving like women, it's like, bro, I'm picking up on the shade, man. You need to come out and say you got a problem with people, you know. And you just start moving like this. You start noticing the shade in everybody, and shade in podcasters, and the little shit that they try to, you just pick up on it. And then it's like, hey man, bro, these people can't be trusted, man. You know what I'm saying? Most of them can't be trusted. I'm saying extra stuff behind the words that they're saying out of their mouth. So I just watch it, and I start catching some, and I look for the ones that don't do that. I look for the ones that speak directly, and then there's no hidden meanings. And there's very few. It's almost like most people are trying their hardest to find ways to throw shit disguised behind wisdom or dating advice or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I look for people that are authentic. You have to say what you say, it's direct, there's no hidden stuff behind it, and then you move on. You know, the people that dwell on stuff and try to be all wordsmithy, you're a piece of shit. You ain't got no life, you know what I'm saying? You're not about nothing but just in drama and trying to perpetuate it, but hiding it. That's how the devil works, you know what I'm saying? The devil, you know what I'm saying? What do they say, like the devil's in the details or something like that? The devil works with the wordsmith and playing with the word, you know what I'm saying? Saying one thing, but you're really shading someone else. That's why I told you, like the people that are life coaches and motivational speakers, when I hear them saying stuff, you know, you're great and, you know, you get up early and you're overachiever. But when they say stuff like, you're not like such and such who does blah, blah, blah. You're not like these, but blah, blah, blah. You're a piece of shit. So your whole thing about why you think that you're exceptional and you're trying to tell others they're exceptional is by trying to think that you're above others and you're judging other people that you probably don't even really know. You know what I'm saying? And your whole motivational speech shouldn't be you talking about how other people do these messed up things and you're just above that. You should be able to go into detail about what makes you excellent of, you know what I'm saying, what most people do. Not going into detail about what others do wrong. That's a person that sits back and is an observing spirit, a monitoring spirit. Most of these people will be overweight, they will be unattractive in some type of way, and they're trying to fake a role. You know, they're trying to watch, they think they're more spiritually tapped in than they are, when they're really just superficial. They're just watching people and judging people. Like I said, when most women have these standards and stuff of life and of men that they want is based off of traumas from the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Bradys, and the Brads they've been with. So when they're talking about what they're not going to deal with, a man does this, I'm not going to deal with it. There was a Pookie, a Brad, or a Brady that did all those things. And so he got the best of her, the best of times and the worst of times. And then you're getting the scraps. You know what I'm saying? And you're not Tony Stark. You can put scraps together and make nothing happen in the cave, homie. You know what I'm saying? You're not Iron Man. So you need to move on. You need to move on, man. As soon as she starts talking that jibber jabber about what she's not going to deal with, all you're is Pookie, Chad, Tyrone all over her mouth. These dudes have done her so dirty, and this woman hasn't healed from shit. You know what's going on? Yeah. Realizing that we're let me stand 10 toes down on our square. When in reality, they know we are in demand all across the board. Absolutely, man. High demand everywhere. Some countries paying for us to go there and do things, and we're representing ourselves right. We're not allowing for the machine to represent us anymore, and also these women that are full idiots or doing it intentionally, I don't know, whatever, but we're taking control of our public image and our international image, and we're separating ourselves away from just the overall blacks. No, black men and men all together, you know what I'm saying, but black men. Okay, don't know black people and come to politics and no. Two separate votes, two separate groups. They've been wanting to be separate. I don't like how black women automatically assume that they can critique me because they're black women. No, you're competing for me the same as any other group of women, right? Because when it came down to it, when he had the abundance of us, I was having black women tell me stuff like, you seem like the kind of black guy that dates white women. The fuck does that even mean? Right? See, it's all these little mental traps and things they say, when 9 times out of 10 that woman that said that to me was not my type, and I don't even like that. So for her to say that to me, and she was quite older than me at the time, it just let me know a long time ago like how they look at you and how they try to keep you, you know what I'm saying, pressed mentally with little goofy things that they say that they project onto you. You know what I'm saying? If I'm the kind of guy that looks like he likes white women, what are you talking to me for with your black ass? Why are we having this conversation? Because I'm too fine to ignore, but she wanted to tell me what she thought. That's why I tell you, we can't go down that rabbit hole listening to what these women have to say and their thoughts and their feelings. No, what are the stats and facts? And what do you have to say to me that can be relative to whatever we're talking about, that can, you know, be brought to a solution or resolution or something. Not just how you feel in the moment about, you know what I'm saying, my tone or male podcasters are pissing you off. I don't give a damn. Period probably pisses you off too. When rents do, it probably pisses you off too. Should we talk about that as well? Get your lives together, man. And online whining about everything and they're getting platformed to do it. You know, you're running us overseas faster, man, than you. Man, just go somewhere and sit down, man. Do yourselves a favor. Go somewhere and sit down. Don't pull this Brenner thing. I told y'all they're going to start being chameleons and they're going to start switching things up. I told you celebrities are going to do it first. They're going to go celibate. They're just copying the movement that's right now to make money off of it, to be they seem like the first one to do it when they're really copying the flow of the people. The people are doing this. The people are leading this movement. That's why you don't idolize these goofy ass celebrities. They copy you. They watch or have people watch what's trending and then report back to them, and then they just jump on the movement, try to take the motion. That's all they ever try to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all they ever try to do. And we have to stop letting those celebrities take our motion like that, man. They do it all the time, man. Ignore everything that they do. Everything that they do. Everything that they say. I'm watching celebrities saying the same stuff that the spiritual people and I've been saying for the past 2 years, now they're saying it. You know, I ain't talking like Kevin Gates, he's been saying it, but like other ones saying stuff like this now. And I'm like, oh, so y'all sit around watching us. Oh, and then y'all just want to y'all want to be ahead of the trend. Since you have the platform, then you get all the credit for, oh, you piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. I'm not watching nothing to do with celebrities. I'm promoting every self-made entrepreneur through social media, doing what they got to do to get out the mud. I don't give a shit about no celebrity. They just sit around with all their money and then hijack trends and movements. And no. I'm not gonna give them any money, man. Now, obviously, gotta take my son to go see Wolverine, and then I got my kid, you know what I mean? But me personally, I don't support any of you celebrities that hijack the movement, or groups of people, or a person. You could easily platform people or the person you're stealing it from, but instead you're hijacking it. But it makes no sense, and it don't matter because no one trusts y'all anymore. No one's rocking with y'all, and nobody looks up to y'all anymore. Women, that's it. You know what I'm saying? For any celebrities might be watching me, so keep hijacking it all you want to. Nobody even thinks that y'all came up with nothing anymore, really. You let that shit go. Military school had me in the woods for a month. I'm telling you, man, have to adapt. And just life in general for Sigma, always, man, adjustability, man, and being able to adapt is like one of the I'm not gonna say hallmarks, but like one of the most notable things that Sigmas, you know, what people notice about Sigma. And some people will call you like a chameleon, you know, which are adaptability. But here's the thing: chameleon is what a woman is, and you're a chameleon because, you know, you're trying to blend in, you know, hide who you are, you know, so that people don't know what you're doing or whatever, and adjust and adapt. But as a man, to adjust is to just update yourself, because you're not here really to fool anybody, because you need somebody to take care of you in the long run. You're not doing it to fool people to get from them. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be a chameleon. You're just a man with the ability to adjust and adapt and to overcome, man, to thrive. Update your version of yourself on a regular basis, which is what a man should do. Women are chameleons because at the end of the day, they're looking for a man to take care of them. So if they're always having to adjust and, what do you need to do all this? They'll change the way they dress, talk, the way they move. They'll try to pick up on male vernacular and all the stuff that women do so that they can come off a certain kind of way to fool a man, so that they can be a parasite to that man, drain him dry until it's time to break off. That's being a chameleon. Having the ability to adjust and adapt as a man. You're not doing nothing to nobody. You don't use women for their protection and vision. Not a real man. That's what women are doing. That's what they're chameleons. Just want to put a little clarity on that real quick. Running it up. I'll get back to my house here in a little bit. Brother couldn't bust the grape. I'm gonna go up to the backyard with the blindfold on. I'm telling you, absolutely, man. You know, and right now, men are making podcasts, breaking down the nonsense they're saying, breaking fake stories they make up and come online and try to bash men with these made-up stories. Guys are breaking down how you can tell the stories are made up. They're not getting away with anything, and we're going overseas and we're keeping to ourselves. So they're losing, and they're acting up, and they're wigging out, and it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. But the so-called standards and boundaries of her, but it's unhealed trauma that they're projecting onto us. We shouldn't have to deal with that. Like, I can understand certain things, but women are a goofy list of things, even when it comes to their body types that they prefer. How many bodies do they go through to get preference? right? You know, like, how do you know that you need a guy that's 6'5"? Like, how many guys that were shorter than 6'5" that you went through, or how many 6'5" you go through to know, yep, and how many guys did you go through that were 6'5" that, and also guys that weren't 6'5" for you to know it's got to be 6'5"? It's got to, right? Like these preferences they have, like with money and stuff. You must be on some really broke guys that you gave too much to, but why were you with them? Why did you keep doing it? You know, well, I mean, everyone's entitled to a mistake, but y'all don't keep making the same mistakes. And then it seems like you only come to your sense around this age range. Why is that? Somewhere between 28 and 35. How is that possible? How are y'all always coming to and this epiphany, this new way of thinking between 20 and 35? Isn't that, dare I say, the wall? You know what I'm saying? Dare I say, isn't it the, you're smacking the wall, you wall hitters, man. Y'all are wall hitters. And every time you start hitting that wall and all the attention starts drying up, that's when you start coming to epiphanies and you realize this and that and the third. Man, y'all are crazy as hell. I want y'all to come to these epiphanies in your prime, not outside your prime, and not your self-designated prime. What is the world saying that women's prime is? What is it? What are they saying? Well, based off of that, then you can just say, oh, my prime is all the way up to 40 or whatever. No, absolutely not. The traumas you've had from the horrible relationships you've been, and then a trauma response also from these women is getting that corporate job or trying to make money online. You know, some other stuff is like OF stuff, you know. That's a trauma response, man, because they're with some dude that threw them out and they have nothing. And so they decide, I gotta make sure I'm never out like that again. Or maybe their mom was like that and they were like, I gotta make sure. So they prioritize the wrong thing in life to feel secure, or not feel like they're gonna be, you know, left with nothing. But by the time they get all that, because of this, for any guy, what, about 35, right? Getting it together and going up the corporate, you know what I'm saying, and getting your house or whatever, somewhere between 30 and 35. And so they're basically the men that they're out here looking for, and the men that they're looking for aren't looking for a woman that has the same male masculine energy that they do, and the women are wondering why. Well, you trauma responsed your way into becoming the man you're looking for. Therefore, you've created no spell dropping game. You've created no space for the man that you want, your type, to come in and be that man for you. You're already that man, and you're wanting to share that space with another. And you know, real men want old-fashioned, traditionally minded women, not women that are traumatized into a place where they're all outside of their feminine nature, trying to make you understand why they had to do it, which is not your fault at all. And you don't have to deal with it whatsoever. But you know, social media, and these women try to bully you into dealing with them anyway. So it's your job to take a woman that no other man in the history of your lineage that you know of would ever take willingly. Modern times have allowed women to become the men that they want to be, get these jobs, you know, get their money, their C-Class Mercedes-Benz starter kit, you know, get their home with a high interest rate, woo woo, that's going to probably get foreclosed on, you know what I'm saying, sooner than later. And look, man, then they try to present themselves to you, and you can see all this masculine energy in the shoulders of these women. It's like a lot of broad shoulderedness, you know what I mean? Too much going on. And then they'll try to like get mad at you because you don't want one of them. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm not, you know, stay here too much longer. I think this place closes at 10, and I don't want to be out here, you know what I'm saying, after they close up. Oh, the Fembot movement died. Their voice got muffled, and their feelings are hurt. It's going to work for us. Look, man, listen, obviously, how do I put this? It sounded good, right? Like quality and not having a bum type of guys that they don't want approaching them. But it went too, which it was probably doing exactly what it's meant to be doing. And now you have a role reversal, and then you have women telling you, well, all these men are all feminine. Okay, we're so feminine that we would just submit to you according to the natural sense of femininity. But if we're giving you pushback, it obviously means that we're not. But they keep trying to tell you it's craziness, and they're not getting nowhere with it, but they keep doing it. Insane. Exactly. Gotta move accordingly, y'all. We gotta protect ourselves like we're doing. You know, continue to keep vetting. Understand that everything you're hearing online is just a bunch of bitter betties that can't get the minute they want because they became the minute they want. And everything is just, how are you going to insult men into wanting to date you? You know that you're not going to get dated, so you're upset. And you're going to try to get on here and articulate it in a way to make it seem like you're not just mad because it's too late in life to go after the men that you really want. You know, you prioritize the wrong things. You were led astray. But when I say led astray, no one made y'all do anything. So we can't keep blaming it on that F movement. No one knew it. You just seen an opportunity and you ran for it for power. And now you're exposed. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna wrap it up. Get back to the house. Probably go live later. Definitely, since it's early. Love and like you guys. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know what you think. You know, because I really believe even you ladies that watch and stalk and study, include the content creators from your fake profiles, drop a content. I mean, content. Drop content, counter content, but drop a comment. Let me know how you feel. I would love to give you another reason, you know, to cry your sleep after removing that ton of makeup at night. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and drop a comment and we can chop it up. Because I know you don't agree with what I'm saying, but what does it matter? You don't have the man of your dreams. You're still watching my handsome self, living my best life. Single, you know, going my own way, MGTOW out. And my way into my passport bro phase of myself by the beginning of next year. You're watching all this process happen with a smile on my face. I love raising my son. You know what I'm saying? I was hanging out with him most of the day today. Fell asleep on me in the truck though, but it's all good, man. It's all good. I was hanging out with him too long today, riding around too much. It's all good. But y'all get online and complain about everything. You know, my life is great. I'm extremely, you know what I'm saying, blessed. And I have nothing to complain about. You know, I get on here every day full of life and happy, whereas y'all get on here looking like you're just holding back from some type of weird ass crash out on most of these panels and your own podcast. Okay? You don't seem happy women to me. Seem like happy women to me. Anyway, love and light. Let's chop it up, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Drop a like, share the live stream. Share the live stream. I might have said some things, feelings, but I wasn't on here cussing like a sailor. And that's growth, okay? Support my growth. Support my growth as a man, as a father, as a leader. You know what I'm saying? As a man of God. Support my growth. Share my videos, okay? Anyway, y'all, I'm just messing with you, but do it. Do it. But I'm just playing around anyway. Love and light. I'm your brother.